Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Fate Stay Night. We beat Gilgamesh, we beat Kotomine, and we can finally, actually, Yorokube. Just kidding, we can't, because we gotta kill the Holy Grail and then say goodbye to Saber, which kinda sucks. The enemy is gone, and I face the final large task. The black void in the sky. That mud is stopped, but the strange void is still beating. That is the Holy Grail. The omnipotent grail that would have been given to the winner of this war. There is a wind blowing. Kuramine is gone. The power binding Ilya must have vanished, so she fell into the water and is now probably drowning. Ilya is now free of that void, and she's sleeping by my side. That's good, we got her at some point. I don't know what conditions she's in, but it doesn't seem like her life is in danger. She should wake up fine if I go home and have Tosaka look at her. Oh right, Tosaka. She was bleeding out on the floor. Let's hope she was okay too. The war has ended. Actually, well no, I in the last one I said the battle is over, but the war has not. Because until we get rid of that Holy Grail, still not. Nobody else is going to get hurt. We won't lose anyone else. The masters are gone and the servants will disappear as their tasks are over. Yeah, about that, you won't lose anyone else. I already knew this was going to happen. We climbed those long stairs together. Parting is already done. All that's left is to close the curtains. I wait with an empty mind, looking up at the void. She appears. She walks straight towards me, her figure unchanged since the first time I saw her. She stops close enough that I could reach out to her. There are no words to confirm her safety, to congratulate her on her victory. This was something that was already decided. There's only one thing left to do.
聖杯を破壊します。それが私の役割です。
So saying, she starts to walk. The strong winds do not affect her as she approaches it step by step. She must be in range. Quietly readies her sword and looks at the black void. I stare at her back. I clench my fists hard, bite my lip, stifle the words about to come out of my mouth, and engrave her figure into my memory. And then...
マスター、命令を。あなたの命がなければ、あれは破壊できない。
Oh, that means she doesn't want to do it, huh? With her back to me, she tells me to use my last command spell. Saber will disappear once the Holy Grail is destroyed. No, she will destroy the Holy Grail. She will never again become a servant. Saber became a servant because she sought the Holy Grail. Destroying the Holy Grail out of her own will means destroying her contract as well. If she destroys the Holy Grail, she will end her life as the king.
シロ、あなたの声で聞かせてほしい。
Oh, you're gonna give me a choice for this, aren't you, huh? Saber's voice. Every time I hear it, I want to scream. Tell her not to go. I want to scream for her to stay here. But that's something I should not even do for the sake of my life. I love Saber. I want her to be happier than anyone else. I want to be with her forever. I truly love her. That's wrong. I love Saber as she continued to fight, even after getting hurt. She was a girl who discarded everything, was filled with injuries, yet still protected all the way through. If I consider that beautiful and want to protect it, I cannot destroy her life just for my own selfishness. She was born as a king and lived as a king. That will not change no matter what. From the time she swore to carry the sword, the girl became a king and nothing else. That is her pride. She ran through the battle so that in her final moments, she'd be able to believe her path was the right one. The dreams of the girl Arturia, the mind that chose to be the king over her own life, the fight. Even after she learned it would be unrewarded, she still clasped the sword and defended the oath of the king. For many years, I cannot do anything to dishonor the pride that she has held till the time of her own death.
セイバー、その責務を果たしてくれ。
I say so with a flood of emotions. It's the final Excalibur, huh? An overflowing light. The void in the sky is cut in half by the light and disappears without a trace. There's nothing left. The destroyed mountain is now a flat field. Dawn is in the distance. The horizon is shining in gleaming gold. My left hand hurts. My last command spell disappears. That makes me accept. The curtains have been drawn.
これで終わったのですね。
あ、これで終わりだ。
そうですか。では私たちの契約もここまでですね。あなたの剣となり、敵を撃ち、近江を守った。この約束を果たせてよかった。
そうだな。セイバーはよくやってくれた。
Nothing more needs to be said. Saber is far away. I do not run to her. Morning sun rises. The halted wind begins again. A gold that seems to last forever. In it, in
最
the
後
end,
に一つだけ伝えないと。
says in a voice filled with determination.
ああ、
I reply like always with my best bluff. Saber's body wavers. She is facing me. She looks straight at me and in a voice without regret.
シロ、あなたを愛している。
Oh. Oh boy. Feeling it, guys. Feeling it a little strong. Gotta hold it in. Says those words. Wind blows. Close my blinded eyes and open them again. No! Oh. Oh, okay. Don't think there's any surprise. Kind of saw this coming. That our parting would be like this. It's way less than I expected, huh? I was expecting a long, drawn-out fading away, sparkles flying. No, I got your name. Did you know your name utterly ruined me? Hey, guess what? It's happening again. An open field fills my eyes. As the wind blew, the night disappeared. Just as she appeared, leaving no trace.
ああ、本当にお前らしい。
There are no regrets in my voice. I squint at the rising sun, keeping everything I lost close to my heart. I stare at the horizon, wishing never to forget, for it to never fade away. A distant land glowing in sunlight, resembling the golden field she ran through. Oh, there's an epilogue now, huh? Okay. Gotta hold it in. Gotta hold it in. I hear a sound. Hear the sound of the old, heaving, rusted door of the shed again. Thankfully, Shed-chan will never leave me. Light comes into the dark shed. I start to wake up.
先輩、起きてますか?
Oh, hi. I forgot about you. Don't even need to check who's here. Oh, so it's time already. Taking a breath, I open my eyes.
おはようございます、先輩。 そろそろ時間ですよ。
うん。そうみたいだ。おはよう、さくら。起こしに来てくれてサンキューな。
いえ、お礼を言われることじゃありません。先輩ならきちんと起きてくれるって分かってましたから、私は余計なことをしただけなんです。
そっか。けど、ならなんでわざわざ起こしに来てくれたんだ？
わざわざじゃありません。今朝は先輩を起こしたくなって、いつもより30分も早起きしたんです。
That reminds me. That's right, today is a special day.
さくら、聞くまでもないと思うんだが、藤音はまだ来てないよな。
はい、内村先生はまだ。あ、でも、イリアちゃんは先に来てます。
Okay, so we've accepted that Ilya's just living with me now, huh? Okay. As I thought. Ilya being the only one here means one thing.
まずい。さくら、すまないんだけど、朝食の支度を頼む。俺、ひとっ走りして藤音を叩き起こしてくる。
Wait, what?
はい、ご苦労様です、先輩。
Fortunately, I worked late last night as well, so I'm still in my work clothes. It's good I can go outside without having to change.
10分で戻るから、あとはよろしく頼む。
はい、任せちゃってください。あれ、シロ起きてる。
なあ、今起きた。ちょっと藤音を起こしてくるから、さくらの手伝いをしてやってくれ。
Patting Ilya on her shoulder, I head to the front entrance.
やられた。もう、シロは私が起こしに行くって言ったでしょ。さくらー。
Ilya runs to the shed screaming. Such a scene, isn't that unusual now? Ilya said she wouldn't go back to her own country, so I consulted Fujine to see if I could keep her at my place. Wonder how that went. Fujine really objected, said her house was better, and ended up taking Ilya in. Since then, still staying at the Fujimaru house, Ilya comes attacking with Fujine at morning and at night. Needless to say, their target is breakfast and dinner. Oh, I see. It's been 2 months since they started living together, and they seem to be in union now. When I walk past the shed area, I hear voices over the wall. It's Sakura and Ilya talking. I thought Ilya would not get along with Sakura, since Ilya has that really unreserved personality, but I was wrong. The two, consisting of the energetic Ilya and the quiet Sakura, are getting along really well, even though they're rather noisy. In fact, Sakura is regaining her spirit because of Ilya. Sakura stopped smiling when her brother, Mato Shinji, disappeared and was considered missing. The lack of black background is really throwing me off. Is that because we've moved from the world of darkness back to the world of light? By that I mean like the I'm not talking about like physical world of darkness. I'm talking like the metaphysical like story element, whatever. Don't worry. She must have vaguely understood the connection with the mass coma incident at the school. She was worried about the missing Shinji and moped for a long time. It was Ilya who forcibly made Sakura get over it, and Sakura regains her cheerfulness when Ilya's around.
さくら、笑えるようになったよな。
Let's hope she never learns I basically killed her brother. I'm purely happy for that. Well, he was a jerk though, so, because that soft smile certainly suits her. Welcome back.
ひどいよ、イリアちゃん。何があっても起こしてって臨時ボーナスまであげたのに。
Fujine scoffs down breakfast? That's a new way to do it, while crying.
当然よ。タイガーを待ってたら私まで遅れるし、給金分は義理を果たしたわ。あれ以上の働きを要求するなら、臨時じゃなくて基本給をアップさせることね。むむ。私だけじゃなくおじい様からももらってるくせに、どうしてこの子は主戦度なのかしら。若い頃からお金にうるさいと周りの子に嫌われちゃうぞ。嫌われて結構よ。好きな人以外なら何を思われても関係ないもの。それよりタイガー、貸したお金ちゃんと返してよね。給料日5日前だったんでしょ。
I'm a big fan of no, pay me for Ilya.
何 なんでそんなこと知ってるのよあなた。
タイガに聞いたわ。お望みなら明細まで話してあげてよ。
Is Raiga the grandpa? Ilya smiles daringly. In contrast to Sakura, Ilya and Fujine do not get along well. And to add, Ilya gets really mean when she faces Fujine. That smile right now is like that of a certain someone. I recognize that smugness anywhere.
返済は明日までね。できなかったらタイガのお小遣いから引いていくから。
おじいさま、そんなことまであなたに話したの？
ええ、お昼はずっと
Yeah, that's
一
who
緒
he
だもん。
is.
タイガね、タイガより可愛いって褒めてくれたわ。
I disagree with him there.
どうしてくれるのよシロ。この子とんだ悪魔っ子じゃない。このままじゃ藤村組が乗っ取られるわ。
Actually, more than that. We're still getting allowances at that age. Yeah, I mean, even I'm well, I've never gotten an allowance. I worked for every dollar.
いってらっしゃいシロ。今日は早いんでしょ。ならここで待ってるからすぐに帰ってきてね。
努力する。留守番よろしくな、イリア。
いっそのことここの子になっちゃえバカ。
Fujine sulks while hiding behind my back.
はいはい。タイガも気を引き締めなさいよね。外でシロに迷惑かけちゃダメなんだから。
Ilya easily turns aside her remark. The power relationship must already be at a position where Fujine can't push back by force.
じゃあ先に行ってるけ
What?
ど、のんびり歩いて遅刻しちゃダメよシロ。
Oh, I guess she has a motorbike. That's new. Leaving the sound of exhaust, Fujine disappears like a bullet. Fujine got her license a month ago. Since then, her tardiness decreased considerably, but she has received another nickname of Rocket Tiger. I mean, Rocket Driver, that only she doesn't know about. I stretch out and take a deep breath. Sakura's gone to school already. Seeing how she was eating a large bowl of rice today, it seems she is in real high spirits. Today's the big day for the archery club. Sakura must be enthusiastic to work hard as the co-captain of the archery club. Let's go to school. Today is April 7th. It's the school entrance ceremony. The season is past the cold winter and already into spring. Oh, it looks so much nicer now. It's been 2 months since then. It feels like a lot has changed since she has gone away, but I think the changes are trivial. Winter ended and spring came. That's all that's changed. I feel like I've grown up a bit, but it's not like that caused me to be any different. So not much has changed. Emiya Shiro was clumsily running after Kiritsugu as usual.
おはよう、エミヤくん。朝から顔を合わせるなんて奇遇ね。
It's a good thing you didn't die. Who else will make fun of me from my now disappeared girlfriend?
おっす。今日もいい天気だな、登坂。
I raise my hand and greet her.
けど奇遇か？ここ最近よくニアミスするだろう。まあいや、そりゃ今までこう頻繁に出くわすことはなかったけど。
出くわすってあなたね。
Osaka glares at me as if unhappy about something. I didn't think it's good to send an aura of enmity first thing in the morning.
登坂、もしかして登校時間変えたのか？前はもうちょっと遅かっただろう。早すぎず遅すぎずって時間だった。
Wait, by time that wasn't too late or too early, do you mean on time?
そんなことないわよ。今まで顔を合わせなかったのは空前でしょ。知ってる？エミヤくんと私の家、きっかり正反対の位置にあるの。だから普通に起きて普通に坂を降りれば、ここで顔を合わせるのは当然ってわけ。
へえ、それは初耳だ。そっか、それなら確かに。
Wait, hold on. That's only if we do the same things around the same time. But to Osaka to come to this intersection this time, she'd have to get up at 6. That's...
登坂、お前眠くない？
Ask her directly.
何よその言い分。 私は眠くもないし無理もしてないわ。
She's got a little blushies going. I didn't mean to press that. I'm trying to scratch off this weird stain. Stain-kun has moved out of my game and somehow gone onto my mouse's right click. I have no idea what that is. I'm gonna get rid of that after and not click on it right now.
なんだってそんなこと聞くわけあなた。
いや、お前朝弱かったから。寝不足で学校に行くと化けの皮が剥がれるぞ。授業中に居眠りなんかしたら大変だ。下手に起こそうものなら寝起きの悪魔みたいな顔した遠坂が暴れるんだからな。
Like, I will kill all that disturbs my sleep kind of thing.
そんなことしないわよ。たかだか30分の早起きで深くなんて取るものですか。
ほら早起きしてるじゃないか、やっぱり。
もう人の起床時間なんてどうでもいいでしょ。つまんない詮索をしてる暇があるならさっさと学校に行きなさい。
Osaka gets angry while looking away. Her excuse is plausible, so I stop my greeting here and we resume our way to school. We go up the hill. The streets and houses below me have all changed to show the coming of spring. The wind is comfortable, and the cherry blossom flowers flutter down occasionally from the school on top of the hill. Everything that can be seen and felt is pleasant.
何？今週はほとんどバイトなの？まあエミヤくんの時間だから文句はないけど、そんなんで体壊さない？
ね？いや、今日ぐらいは休みをもらったよ。弓道部で新入部員の歓迎会をやるっていうから、イリアを連れて遊びに行こうかなと。
うわ、なんかさりげにすごい度胸してるわよね、あなたって。
なんかまずいか。イリアだって暇つぶしになるって喜ぶと思うんだが。
まずいわよ。まずいけど、そういうことなら私もお邪魔しようかな。イリアがいるなら退屈しないし、何より危なっかしくって放っておけない。
I'm thankful that she says that. It's Tosaka, not Sakura or me, that understands Ilya the most. There's the fact that she periodically takes care of Ilya, but more importantly, Ilya and Tosaka are natural-born magi. I think Tosaka would be a good teacher for Ilya if she doesn't quite realize what it's like to live as a magus while hiding that fact. Thus, things are settling into the way they should be. The damage from the Holy Grail War is almost completely restored by the new priest dispatched by the church. I would check into that guy, and our everyday life has returned without problems. There are certainly things that were lost and will not return, except in the sequel, Fate, Hollow Atraxia. But the wounds have slowly healed. I should be happy about the regrets fading away.
けど、意外だったな。
And then, Osaka murmurs in a serious tone while looking down at the town below her.
意外だったって何が？
私、シロはもっと落ち込むと思ってた。
Oh, you don't know what I do into my pillow at night. The answer is cry. Enough with... No. Stain-kun's gone. We got rid of him. It's all
し
good.
ばらくは立ち直れないだろうな
We've grown apart.
って思ってたのよ。
This is about the girl that isn't here anymore. It's been 2 months since then. It's about the golden-haired girl that we talk about for the first time since then.
そうだな。俺もそうなるだろうって思ってた。その後のことなんて考えるだけでどうかしそうだった。
けど、蓋を開けてみれば、シロったら今まで通りだったでしょ。落ち込むどころの話じゃなくて、次の日にはもうケロリとしてた。
You underestimate my ability to hold the depression inside, in a way that no one can find out. But boy, it boils and rumbles inside me.
その時にね、こいつ大丈夫かなとも思ったのよ。うまく言えないんだけど、次の日にはあっさり事故で死んじゃうような雰囲気だった。
なんだそりゃ。なんで平気なのにあっさり死ぬんだよ。
そういうこともあるの。人間ってのはね、何かの手違いで一生涯の目標を叶えちゃうと、それでぽっくりいくものなのよ。もう生きるのはいいやと思った途端、赤信号なのに車が突っ込んできたり、あっさりと階段から落ちたりするんだから。
Okay. Tosaka's metaphor is difficult to understand. She might want to say something about peaceful death and going to heaven or something.
だから私はそれが心配だった。ああいう時はね、いっそ派手に落ち込んでくれた方が周りは安心するものなの。
なんだ。じゃあ落ち込んでたら慰めてくれたのか？
まさか。背中に蹴り入れて一日で立ち直らせてやったわよ。それができなくて残念だって話。
Never change, Tosaka. You are again the best scumbag. She looks away in displeasure. Her gesture looks so funny that I laugh.
何よ、おかしい？
いや、とにかく遠さからしい厳しいセリフだったんで安心した。
Both walk on, looking up at the spring sunlight. The hill is long and looks as if it'll continue on into the endless blue sky. And as if saying something trifling,
じゃあもう未練はないんだ。セイバーがいなくなってもさ。
Tosaka murmurs while looking up at the sky.
ああ、未練なんてきっとない。
It's not a bluff, and I say so with a calm state that even surprises me. There is no regret, and I don't have anything I forgot to tell her. The parting contained everything. What I wanted to do, what she dreamed of. It was a competition of our determination, and maybe I should have taken her hand and granted her dream. But there was something we both felt was beautiful, and we desperately protected it until the very end. There's nothing to feel regret about, as she has properly ended her time. I cannot remain in this reminiscence forever.
シローの中では決着をつけたってことね。だから落ち込むこともなく、思い出に浸ることもないってわけ。
ああ、けど今も夢に見る。これから先もずっとあいつのことを思い出すよ。いつか記憶が薄れて、あいつの声もあいつの仕草も忘れていく。それでもこんなことがあったと、セイバーっていうやつが好きだったってことだけはずっと覚えてる。
That is one of the most beautiful things I've ever read. Osaka doesn't say anything, but for some reason she looks happy and starts to walk as if she's skipping.
どうしたんだよ、遠坂。そんなに急いで。なんかあったのか？
別に、ただ早く学校に着きたいなって。さ、そういうわけだからシローも急ぐ。のんびりしてると置いてくわよ。
Turning around, Tosaka starts running up the hill.
なんだあいつ。朝弱いくせに無理して。
Grumbling, I throw the bag over my shoulder and start to run. It's still 7:30. It's too early for a student not involved in any club activities, but I guess there's nothing wrong with being early. Running up the road that seems to go up into the sky, I reach the school earlier than usual. Today is the day the new year starts. I'm to celebrate it, shake off my old memories, and hurry up. Traces will never go away, even if I almost cry from the vacancy hitting my heart. Don't worry, dude. You can fill the vacancies with merchandise of Saber. Blue skies in the distance. It feels so close. Yet, I cannot grab it, even if I reach out with my hands. Looked up at the stars before. The stars that I cannot reach, and the wishes that will not be granted. There's nothing we have been able to leave behind for each other. Therefore, traces and memories will disappear someday. But still, even if it will not reach her, there should be something that will remain in our hearts. There's nothing that remains in our hands, but we lived at the same time and looked up at the same things. I can remember that, and believe that we can be together, even if we are far apart. I can assent that, as there are things that will go away, there are also things that will not go away. That is why I will keep running for now. If I aim for the distance, there should come a day I'll be able to reach out to what I've been aiming for. Winter has passed and it is spring, season of new beginnings. under the blue sky that she is also seen. Keep running up that hill. Oh boy. The battle has ended. Her last battleground, the battle that was fought between the split halves of her country, ended with the king's victory. The night is running. The battle has ended. The bloody red sun is already set, and the darkness of night is already ruling over the battlefield. The hill, covered with corpses, is filled with curses, crying out to try to take the survivors with them. Through it all, the knight runs panting. A rein is in the knight's hand, and the wounded white horse earnestly follows him. The only survivors are this knight and this horse, and this one king that is lying on the white horse's back.
Oh, Asao, こちらに.
He must be wounded himself, but the knight runs through the battlefield with all his energy. The king he is serving is on the verge of death. The king has defeated the enemy's king in personal combat, but the king has received a fatal wound as well. The wound is fatal, even in the knight's eyes. The king that they have served will soon reach death.
お気を確かに。あの森までたどり着けば、必ず。
He desperately calls out. Or possibly, the knight might really have believed it. That their king is immortal. That as long as the guidance of the Holy Sword is there, the king would never die. He breathes hard, passes over mountains of corpses, and heads for the forest that is not covered in blood. He knew of the king's immortality. Therefore, he believes that the king's wound will heal if he escapes this cursed battlefield and makes it to a pure place. No, he could only believe so. He believed his own king, unlike the other knights. The king was isolated in the court, alienated by the knights, and was feared by the people. But the king did not show emotion, even in such a situation, and always stayed as an ideal. And the knight felt pride in his young king. He did not serve his country. He had entrusted his sword, struggled to be of power, and made his way to be a personal guard of the king as a young man because it was this king. The masked king. Oh, interesting. Masked, huh? The boy who tried to allow no personal feelings to be fair. And to be fair, he might have hoped to be able to see the king's true face if he went near the king. He just wanted to see the king's true expressions. Not the face he puts on during the battle or in the castle, but a real smiling face of a human. It should appear in the court when he has been released from his duties. No matter how perfect a king is, he cannot stay in his mind 24 hours a day, strain rather. But that thinking proved wrong. The only thing he found out was that the truth contrary to his expectation. He has made it to the rank of Imperial Guard and was able to guard beside the king. He has guarded the king closer than any of the other knights and kept watch on the king's behaviors. But still, it did not happen even once. His king never smiled. Is this guy like a metaphor for Shiro, or something more? Since when did he feel anger toward it? The king has accomplished so many great deeds and has accrued much glory. But in fact, the king never showed a peaceful face. He could not approve of that fact. He wanted to believe such a thing should not be allowed. That is why he wished for his king to be awarded the light. But he has yet to accomplish that. The king is still isolated. That is why the knight continuously did not approve of the king's death. He cannot end it here. He thinks this great king is not rewarded enough for his actions. Oh, no, you're not Shiro.
今はこちらに。すぐに兵を呼んでまいります。
In the forest he reaches, the knight lays the king by a large tree. The situation is a race against time. It takes half a day, no matter how much he hurries, to go to the port where his own army is left. Anyone with eyes should be able to tell if the king's life will last till the morning or not.
どうかそれまで辛抱を。必ず兵を連れて戻ります。
Who is this guy? He salutes the unconscious king and runs to his white horse.
ベリビエル
Bedivere? Why does that name sound familiar? Before that, the king that should have been unconscious calls out his name.
お意識が戻られましたか
Yeah, I'm gonna give this a quick Google. Who's this guy? Because that name is jumping out at me. Okay, so Bedivere. This guy is Sir Bedivere. He's one of the earliest characters to be featured in the Matter Britain. So I like how I Google it and all I get is fate. Thanks. Let's see here. He's a knight of the Round Table of Arthur. And eventually, he's the one that returns Excalibur. Well, great, spoilers, but okay.
少し夢を見ていた
Okay, so now that place is where we're at. A faint voice. But that voice seems warm to the knight.
夢ですか
He calls out as if to search. The king's consciousness is not certain. He shall go back into the darkness unless he replies so.
そうだあまり見たことがないのでな貴重な体験をした
それはではどうぞお気遣いなくお休みください私はその間に兵を呼んでまいります
A gasping sound. It sounds as if what the knight said was unexpected.
おう何かご無礼な点でも
いやそなたの言い分に驚いた夢とは目を覚ました後でも見れるものなのか違う夢ではなく目をつむればまた同じものが現れると
Now, it is the knight's turn to be surprised. He stutters but replies even though he knows it's a lie.
はい強く思えば同じ夢を見続けることもできるでしょう私にも経験があります
Such a thing is not possible. What happens only once, not continuously, is what people call a dream. Oh man. That line. I was gonna say, with how it is for Shiro, I was gonna say earlier, this is like a dream because once you wake up, it's over, right? And back to life. But wow, yeah, that line perfectly encapsulated. It happens only once, despite the fact we're gonna do 3 playthroughs, is what people call a dream. But the knight lies in spite of that. He apologizes that this will be the first and last dishonesty he will perform toward the king.
そうかそなたは博識だなベリビエール
The king murmurs as if impressed. His face is still looking down, and he does not even look up at the knight. The king breathes so softly that it can barely be heard, and quietly,
ベリビエール我が命権を持て
the king gives his last order in a faint voice.
よいかこの森を抜けあの血塗られた丘を越えるのだその先には深い湖がある
おうそれは
The knight knows what that means. The sword of the lake. To let go of the sword, that was proof of the king, and what protected the king, means the end of the king he has served.
行くのだことを成し得たのならばここに戻りそなたが見たことを伝え
King does not take back his order. The knight takes the holy sword and goes over the hill with indecision still in mind. And the knight hesitates, returning the sword for 3 times. The lake was certainly there, but he just could not throw the sword in it. He throws the sword in, his king will disappear. The knight is unable to throw away the sword from his unwillingness to part with the king. The knight turns around and returns to the king. The king repeats to the knight. As the knight lies to the king that he's thrown away the sword, the king only replies to follow his command. To disobey the king's command is a great sin for a knight, but still, he disobeyed the king's orders twice. He was reluctant for the king's life when he faced the lake. That comes to an end. As the knight figures out he cannot change the king's decision, he throws the sword in the lake on his third visit. The holy sword returns to the lake. A white hand appearing from the water receives the sword, and after going through the sky 3 times, the holy sword vanishes from this world. And the knight finally accepts it. The king's end. The duty that was too long has finally ended. Crossing the hill 3 times, the forest is covered in morning sunlight. The battlefield is afar, in the pure light mist that does not show any trace of a bloody battle.
湖に剣を投げ入れてまいりました。剣は湖の夫人の手に。確かに。
The king opens his eyes at the knight's words.
そうか。ならば胸を張るがよい。そなたはそなたの王の命を守ったのだ。
The knight nods silently to the voice facing death. Everything has ended. Chaos in his country would still continue. The battle will not end. The day of ruin will come around soon. But the battle of the king has ended. No, she has fulfilled her duty to the very last moment. The light disappears, finishing her task. Oh man, guys, this time it is me starting to tear up a little bit. Finishing her task, as her last strength disappeared from her body.
すまないな。ベリビエール。今度の眠りは少し長く。
As if going to sleep slowly, she gradually closes her eyes. The morning sunlight fills the area. The forest stands there quietly as King goes into a long sleep. The knight keeps watching over her figure. The king that he wished for. A lonely king that was seen off just by one night. But her face is what he wished for. A peaceful sleep. In her last moments, the king has obtained peace that she has never been able to obtain. He was just happy about that fact. The knight thanks the someone who has given her peace and proudly watches over his king. The heaven is far, and the clearing sky is blue. The battle has truly ended.
見ているのですか、アーサー。
His murmur rides through the wind. As if sinking into the endless blue, the king that went into sleep
夢の続きを。
sees a distant, distant dream. Battle is over. Let us put our swords down and rest in momentary peace. After dozing in a warm dream, a new day will dawn. The days continue on. We are still following the same star we once saw. Yo, I'm real sad right now, guys. Oh boy. Oh, this is a really good game. And if it just ended here, I'd be real sad. But there's more. Wow. I mean, I didn't know what I was signing up for when I started to play this. This went way, way harder than I expected. So also, someone told me that Kodamine is totally the same guy who voices Poochie in the JoJo games, which blows my mind. I'm guessing those are just incidental characters and not all Emiya Kiritsugu. Wow. This game is awesome. Not even a game. This story is epic. It's so good. So, obvious question. When's Unlimited Blade Works? And the answer is, oh, it's definitely gonna come. I'm sorry, Tatsunoko did the opening? Wow! That's kind of crazy. Huh. It's coming. It will happen. There's no way I won't. I need to. I need to know. And what with Heaven's Feel being, being a thing and being promoted about right now, part 2 of the movie, I gotta get to it. And I will. I think I'm gonna take a small break. Nothing huge, but a break nonetheless. But then I want to get back into this world as soon as possible. Is it selfish to want to hang out with Saber some more? Because I want to. But I guess until then, we'll just keep chasing that dream, huh? Thank you all for watching. And next time, we're going to head into Unlimited Blade Works. See what that is. I have no idea how that whole scenario works. We'll see you then for some more, guys. Ciao. Wait, no, I can't stop now. They changed the title screen. Oh my god. Okay. Well, no, never mind. Wow, yeah, no, we missed a couple bad. Oh, true end. Does that mean we got... Okay, so that means we got the true fate end. Okay. Oh, interesting. I see how that works now. Okay. Interesting. Did we miss any... Well, we have one movie here. Is there more? Maybe. Okay, never mind. I did this whole really nice thing of wanting to say goodbye. We got... Okay, but I do want to see some stuff. So, we still have some stuff we don't know, right? Okay, we got a lot of the stuff for you. We still don't know who you are. Ryder, we don't know your true name. Just kidding, I do. We know nothing about who you are. Still need to know about you. Yeah, we got you. We got you. There's more spaces there. We still have things to do. Even the title theme music has changed, huh? Huh. It's peaceful and sad. At least I'm feeling it, you know? This is a good song. Now, but where's that one song that people were telling me about? Okay. The song of... Right here. This bop. People were like, apparently this is a meme. Like, I can't believe how hard this goes. I would rave to this if I raved. I don't. What a jam. It's so good. Is it called Turning Seasons? Is that the new one? Because if so, that's pretty good. Title there. Okay. Anything in the gallery we missed? I mean, this non-displayed picture, which makes me go, We got a couple things, yeah. So we got them all up to the end, okay. As for another, what does another mean? Does that just mean like generic sort of, like these are things you see multiple times, I guess? It must be. That must be what it means there. Clipboard, that's another thing we don't know. Alright guys. Thank you for watching. Now, once and for... This took me almost 48 hours to get to. That's insane. Thank you for watching. Now for real this time. See you later for Fate's Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works. Ciao.
甘くとろけるガールズバトルフェイトグランドオーダースペシャルイベント BB ちゃんの逆襲電子の海で会いましょう。待っていてくださいね先輩。